Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Emma Lefebvre, and today I'm going to show you how to draw/paint watercolor Christmas gnomes using watercolor pencils. So let's jump right in and start. Okay, so today we're going to be painting some Christmas gnomes. I took to Instagram and I asked people what they wanted to see, and a lot of people were saying gnomes. Apparently they're super popular this year and they are pretty cute. So instead of just painting them with watercolor, I actually wanted to try using my watercolor pencils from Faber-Castell. I did do a tutorial on this, so if you have not seen how to use these, you can always watch that first, but I haven't actually used them for a piece yet to paint or draw. I don't even know what to call it. So we're gonna be using these for the first time today. I'll just show you the colors in case you didn't see them last time. So here are the colors, and basically what they are is you draw like you would with a pencil, a colored pencil, and then you add water and it turns into watercolor. So that's what we're going to be using today. I have my Arches cold pressed watercolor paper. It's fairly small. It's kind of, I want to say like 5x7-ish. And we're going to be doing 3 little gnomes. So the first thing I want to do is an outline of our gnomes, and I'm going to do it with, you know what, okay, I'm going to do it with my gray pencil just to get the outline. And I'm just going to start off by doing kind of like this, and you can erase this, I believe, right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, you can erase watercolor pencil. So I'm just going to start off by doing kind of like this big kind of oval just to place where they're going to be. So I kind of have an idea. I know this seems weird, but this is just kind of my process. Okay, so their face is going to be kind of halfway, and by their face I mean like their nose. So I'm actually going to start with like a nose shape in the center, like that. And with gnomes, I know it's really hard to see. Let me see if I can go in closer, because I don't want to do it too dark where you're going to see it after. I'll just try and do it a little bit darker for you, and then I'm going to have to erase it. Okay, so there is their nose shape, and then they have these big beards. So actually let's do the hats next. So you're just going to do kind of like this floppy hat coming over top of their nose. So it doesn't have to be, actually kind of come up and over the nose. These are actually pretty simple to draw because they don't have faces. I'm so worried that I won't be able to erase this. I can erase it. Can you tell I don't use these often? Okay, so you come up over the nose, like so, and then you're just going to do a hat shape. And you can have it kind of, you know, pointing to one side, flopping, whatever you want. A floppy hat, like so. Okay, and then you're going to do this like big shaggy beard. You're just going to do this kind of shaggy, and actually you can go a little bit darker with this because we're going to use the gray for the white beard. Okay, like that. And then for their body, all you're going to do is kind of like this half circle shape. And you can have them standing or sitting. I think I'm going to have these guys sitting. Let's do like feet. Little boots like this. And I guess they have arms too, don't they? Okay, so there. And then, where should their arms be? Maybe this guy's holding a candy cane. Okay, so I'm going to put this arm down. I'm just going to do like a little arm like this, and then like a mitten. Just a half circle there. And then I'm going to do a little bend in this arm here. And then a thumb. And then we'll do like a candy cane shape. Like that. Cute. Okay, so now I'm going to erase that half circle, or not the half circle, the whatever it's called, you know. It's actually early in the morning. It's a very gloomy early morning day. And I'm just going to erase kind of the shape a bit just so it's not too present. Because once we add the water, it's going to go into the painting. But because it's a light gray, it's not too bad. Okay, so there's our first guy. I know it's so hard to see. I do apologize. I am trying to go as dark as I can. Okay, the second guy, same kind of thing. And obviously you don't have to have watercolor pencils to do this. You can just do this with a regular pencil and then paint with watercolor. But I thought it'd be fun to have like the watercolor pencil texture for like their hats and their clothes and stuff. Maybe this guy's hat is pointing this way a bit more. Like that. And I think I might draw lights on this one, like a string of lights on this guy. There's a blow up gnome decoration in my neighborhood that my son loves. And he has lights all over him, like a string of lights, so I might do that, which would be cute. Again, his body, like that, and then his shoe. His other shoe, it's like bigger, round at the top, and then smaller for the heel of the foot. And we can put his hands up. Why not? So do two little lines like that. And then like a mitten. So a thumb. Well, that looks weird. And then the bigger part. Let's make that thumb a little bit smaller. And then erase all the lines you don't need before I start doing the lights, just so I can see a bit better. And I'm just using my kneaded eraser. Okay, this doesn't erase that well. Watercolor pencil, so you gotta be kind of careful. Maybe even do it with a regular pencil to start. Like that. And then we'll have his string of lights all around him. These are kind of cute. Okay, so let's like have it wrap around him, even around the beard, like so, and then we can just kind of place where we want light bulbs. And the tricky thing with this is we're going to have to paint around. The light bulbs, or draw around the, I don't know. You know what I mean. It's like this guy got caught. We'll do one more this way. Like so. We'll see how this turns out. Like that. Okay, that's kind of cute. Okay, so just want to erase it so it's not too dark. Okay, and then our last guy here. I feel like I don't need this oval shape anymore. Okay, so that guy's a candy cane. This guy has lights. This guy is going to, I don't know yet. Let's start with our hat. Maybe this guy's hat can be kind of coming down a bit more. I don't know what this guy should be doing. Oops. Like that. Let's get his beard. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. It is such a gross day out. Do his little body here. This guy's thing is annoying. Okay, let's do his feet first, actually. 1, 2, and then what can he be doing? Maybe he's just going to be sitting there. I'm just going to do 2 little kind of arms to the side. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm gonna be like he's holding his belly. So let's do the mittens like this and like that. And then a mitten on this side. Like so. All right, okay, so there are our gnomes. This guy's a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, so now we have to get into coloring it, and then we will watercolor it. So for the white beard, I actually also have this like kind of creamish color, warm gray. So I think I might just add a little bit of this color to the beard because the beards are white. I might just add a little bit down here, just in a couple lines. So you get those little hints of gray in there, a little bit of shadow underneath, like so. Okay, I'm just going to do that on all the beards. Underneath the nose. And we might have to mix some colors to get what we want. Okay, so I'm just lightly sketching some light gray. Okay. Actually, let's start using our water to do that. So I'm just going to be using a size 6 brush for this. This is my Emma Lefebvre Craftimo brush. I'm just going to wet it up, and I just want to make sure that this color is what I wanted. And we're just going to be touching the beard softly, just rendering out that color. I think that's a good color. And when it's next to the other colors, it will look good. It will look like a white beard. Okay, and usually, so like if you watch my tutorial on watercolor pencils, I wasn't too fond of the watercolor pencil look necessarily, but I feel like for this, it's going to be really nice just because it does give a lot of texture. I usually don't like a lot of texture in my watercolor work, but I think it will actually work really well with this. I'm going to try not to touch the line of the lights here because I don't really want to render that color like a line across. So benefits of using watercolor pencils, especially if you're more into drawing and stuff like that, is that you have a lot more precision, right? So you can lay the color down and you get the precision that you like with like a pencil or a marker than actual like watercolor and a paintbrush. So if you're maybe even a beginner and you're just like used to drawing a bit more, this might be a bit more fun for you to do actually. It's not my favorite, but for this purpose, this is actually kind of fun. Maybe I'd like it for more like illustration work, but like you guys know that I'm more of like a floral type person. So I found I did not like them for florals at all, but for like illustrations and stuff, I think they're actually kind of quite fun. Okay, so there's our beards. Now I'm going to do a spot that's not touching that just so we don't mix the colors. I'm going to do the black shoes just because it's not touching. So I'm just going to grab my black, I'm going to outline it first. And then I'm just going to color it in. You don't have to use a lot because it will render out, and you can always overlap if you need to. I'm going to do it a bit darker around the edges and maybe like right around the center here to get a little bit more color there. And you can always like draw the whole picture first with your pencils and then render it out with the water. You can do that. Definitely that way. There's no wrong way to do this. I just kind of want to make sure it's looking the way I want to, if that makes sense, before I draw the whole thing with pencils. Like honestly though, you can do it however you want. Like I said, there's no wrong way. like that. So see how there's kind of like that highlight in the middle? So for that, I just made sure to go into the lighter parts first, render that out, and then hit the darker parts where we added more color to get those highlights and then the more shadowy areas. Okay. And the more you kind of like swish your brush around, the more you'll get rid of that pencil texture underneath. So it's up to you. Like I kind of like the pencil texture for these shoes. So I'm not doing it too much. So I do the lighter parts and then go into the darker parts. Oops, that's fine. And I'm kind of ending where those darker parts are, so the color's kind of concentrated in those areas. Okay. So there we go. There are our shoes. Okay, so let's do the hats because that's the one I'm actually the most excited to do. I don't know why. Because I find we could do some really cute textures and stuff with it. So one I kind of wanted to do was like a sweater texture, if that makes sense. So actually for that, I'm going to be using white on top to get some patterns, because I think it would be too hard to kind of go around with what I'm thinking. So I'm going to use my Dr. Peach Martin's Bleed Proof white ink. You can use gouache, you can use white gel pen over top, whatever works. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to grab my red like this, and I'm going to go over top like that. And then I'm actually going to do like a little fold here. And I'm just going to color it in, not using too much. You don't need a lot. You can even leave a little bit of white space. I'm going to grab a darker red for some shadows. So around the edges, maybe over this like lip part here. Around the sides here. Yeah, like around the sides of it. Like so. I'm gonna grab a bit more red, I think, to make it a bit brighter. More on one side. And we're gonna do like a textured pattern after. Okay, let's do like a green hat. Why not? Let's do this like kind of, it's a dark phthalo green, so it's kind of not turquoisey, but kind of. And I'm just gonna outline here. We can go over top of the string lights because it's not too dark. We're just gonna try to avoid the actual light bulbs. This one's not gonna have like a little bit here. A little fold in the hat. Going around. And I think I might even add a different color green in there just to get a different shade. So this is how you can mix colors. Just going around those light bulbs. You know what, let's add even like a little bit of yellow, why not? Mix colors however you like it. And then our last guy, let's do like a stripy hat maybe? Why not? Should we do a stripy hat? Should we not do a stripy hat? We got red, green. Let's do like a candy cane striped hat. We'll do like all 3 colors. So this will have like a little fold like that one did. I'm gonna make this part red. Okay, and then we'll do like white, green, red. Make it a little bit lighter in some areas, maybe a little bit darker on the sides, so a bit more color. Then white, green, red. Like that. I'm gonna grab my darker red again. Just have it a little bit darker on the sides and underneath. Like so. And let's grab our green. Maybe we'll do, I'm gonna do it in the middle. Like so. Make it a little lighter towards the center and darker on the sides. And then the tip here. And let's get that light green color again. Just to add a little bit of extra green to it. Okay, now let's start actually rendering this stuff out because this is the fun part. So I always start with the highlighted part, the lightest part, and then move into the darker colors. Or the darker shadowy bits. And I'm not going to render it out too much because I want the texture of the pencil marks underneath. If that makes sense. Okay, so we've moved into the shadow. Like so. You can kind of dab that shadow wherever you need it. Cute. Again, starting with the lighter area, then move into the darker area. Like so. Perfect. Maybe take a little bit of that darkness and just at the top there. See how you get those highlights? Looks perfect. So cute. Okay, let's do this one. Starting off with the lighter part. Remember, we got to go around those light bulbs, which is kind of a tricky part, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so starting off in the middle. And see that texture underneath? I usually don't like that, but for these hats, I think they work perfect. Now we're moving to the darker side. I actually find it easier to get gradients from different colors, from color to color and light to dark, using watercolor pencils. It's a lot easier because you can lay down that amount of color immediately with your pencil first, with more control, and then just render it out. So that's another bonus of using these. And I might even add some more shadow to that one later. All right, now let's do our stripes again, starting off in the middle. Oh my gosh, this wind is crazy today. It sucks outside. It's such a gross day out. Working our way to the darker area. Wash off our brush. Do the same thing with this one. Like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go over that green one again with some more depth after, once it dries. Like that. Oops. And then we'll add some gray for the white parts in between later, once the colors in between dry. The green and the red. Like so. So cute. Okay, let's do their bodies. So I think I'm just gonna switch up their colors maybe. They're all gonna be wearing like red and green. So let's make, just making sure it's dry over there before we go and do more detail on those guys. Let's make this guy wear green. Okay. So I'm just adding more color where it would be darker. We're going around this beard. And you can bring that into the middle. I'm gonna leave that white so it'll just be like lighter there. And maybe this guy will have stripy arms. Why not? And green mittens. And then we can do the candy cane after. This guy's going to be red. Got to go around that light bulb again. So let's wet that up, see how it looks. Start with the lighter bit. Yeah, I think I might add more of this like tealish color to the hat. I don't know if I love that color green, making it yellowy, but that's okay. And I'm going to try not to touch the black shoes because some of that black could still come off into the green. Yeah, we'll make that more of like a teal kind of green color. Like so. You can make little red stripes. Try not to have it blend into the, just going to do the outline like this. With the red, just taking some of that color. And we'll do the candy cane after. Again, starting off with the lightest part. Arms, you know what, I'm just going to take some of this red and just do candy cane striped arms on him too. Just take some of that color, like that. Easy peasy. Okay, and then, oh no. Wonder if that will come off. I had some paint on my hand. Oops. Oh well. Maybe I can wash it out. Let's see. Haha! Watercolor pencils. Ah! No! Oh my god, no, 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 no. Make sure you do it with a clean paper towel. There we go. Clean part. Okay, it's fine. Make sure you wipe it with a clean paper towel next time, okay? Oh, I forgot to do this guy's mittens. I'll do that after. There we go. Let's do his arms stripey green. Just using some of this pigment. Why not, right? Cute. Okay, I feel like, yeah, let's make this guy's hat a bit more on the greeny side. So I'm just gonna lay over top now that it's dry. Make it darker with this green. You can still have that like limeish green in the middle. Just want to make it a little bit darker around the sides with this green. Like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. A little bit darker. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that gray. Just do the sides of it so we can get the framing of the hat. And I'll show you. Like that. Bring the gray, oops. It's okay, it's touching the red a little bit. Bring the gray in. Just a little. So instead of going from the inner part out, I'm just bringing the darker part in. Blending it out that way. Cute. Okay, so now I gotta make sure I'm not touching all these things. Look at that texture on their bellies. It's interesting. Okay. So now we're gonna do their little noses. And to get like a kind of beigey skin color, you could use like a little bit of, I'm gonna use this like lightish brown. Let's see, what color is this? This is burnt ochre. You can use a little bit of pink if you want, so I'm gonna actually just use this. I'm gonna go around so it's dark on the outside, very light on the inside. Dark on the outside, very light on the inside. I might add like a little bit of a pink tint to it too. Like that. This tiny bit of, is it magenta? Yeah. Just a little bit of magenta here. Around as well. And we'll see how that turns out. Because I actually don't know. Okay, things again, start off from the middle. And then bring it out. There we go. That worked. Okay, start off in the middle, bring it out. Cute. Start off in the middle and bring it out. If you want more of like a little highlight on the nose, you can always take some clean paper towel and just pull up some of that color. Cute. Okay, I might even, actually hold on, it went out too far. We'll do a little bit more detail on that. These guys are so cute. And I might even do a bit more gray on their beards, I think. I'm gonna take a bit more of this dark gray, especially like under their hat and then under the nose, just so it stands out a bit more. So I feel like the other gray was a bit too light. I'm gonna wait to render that out though. Like that. And then this guy's mittens. I keep forgetting his mittens. Okay, so let's just lay down any other watercolor that we need to so we can finish this up. I'm gonna do the little candy cane here. Like that, and then the lights. So let's do a blue light. Like that. Okay, they're all blue. I was gonna do yellow, but I didn't. It's fine. They're blue lights today. All right, I'm gonna do, I think that's all the stuff that we need to do. So I'm just gonna render these out. Let's do this guy's candy cane. Just add a little bit of water and then just kind of outline it maybe a bit with a little bit of pigment like that. Let's do this guy's beard. Oh, and I wanted to do like a pattern on this hat. I'll do that at the end. Okay, just adding some more of that gray. Yeah, that looks better. And then lastly, I wanted to do like a little pattern on this hat. So let's do that. One of those like sweater patterns with like the stars or something, because I thought it'd be really, really cute. So I'm just gonna take my white ink, or I could even use my gel pen. I don't know. I'm gonna turn this upside down just so I don't get my hand all in it. But I'm gonna do those like little star kind of thingies. I got a star. Like that. It's like two lines and then like making it a little bit of a triangle almost. You can do little dots around it. And then over here. Like that. And then we can do like a little zigzag. Maybe we'll make stripes on this one. That. We'll do another little stripey thingy here, or a zigzag, and then little dots. I know it's kind of weird to see upside down, but and the zigzaggy thing. And then maybe one more of those like the star things. Doesn't have to be too detailed, guys. Like that. Oh, how cute! That looks cute. Come on. That's adorable. I like that. That's so cute. I wonder if we should do something else. Should we do like stripes on this guy's hat? Nah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. And then I think, oh no, we gotta do the light string on there. But I do want to get like just a little bit darker underneath their nose. Add a little bit more brown, maybe a darker brown even, just a little bit, so it's like a bit more of a, or you can even just do it with a pencil. You don't have to render it out. You can just have it as a pencil, just so their nose kind of stands out a bit more. And just kind of make like a little bit of a shadow under their hat. Yeah, let's leave it not adding watercolor or the water to it, just so it looks like there's a bit more shadow there. That looks better. So cute. And then lastly, I'm just going to take my black and I'm just going to string these lights together. Do a little part at the bottom. Like that, like that, like that, like that. One more thing. I'm gonna add a little bit of white highlight to these. Like that. Cute! Okay, those are some stinking cute gnomes with our watercolor pencils. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram for even more. Have a great day, guys. Bye!